Gotti fucked my fucking dick. This movie is so bad. Caleb and I are very drunk right now.
Yeah.
I think I would max out my breathalyzer if I did anything on it.
I'm really excited to find out what my breathalyzer is by the end of this episode.
Here's the thing, Caleb. I'm not going to stop drinking, so I can't do it. I have to wait 15 minutes between drinks to do it, but I'm not going to stop.
So we need to finish. So we both have full glasses right now. Yes. I drank 750 milliliters.
You drank a fifth of something, yes, yeah.
Of a 30% premixed cocktail over the course of this movie. And that's not including, by the way, the gin and tonic that I had in the first 15 minutes of this movie. And you had, what, 2-3 of these?
I had almost an entire fifth of jalapeno tequila that my mom gave me. Thank you, Mom. And I feel like bad because of the movie. I feel good because of the alcohol. Yeah, this is so fucked up. This movie, we were watching this kind of sober to start with, and we could not follow anything that was going on.
Yeah. To set the stage. Yeah. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
This movie is unfollowable.
I agree.
I don't really know what happened at the end besides that time passed.
We're going to figure it out, Nick.
I guess so.
So you're listening to episode like 4 or 5 or 6 or something of Disease Movies, where we watch some bullshit that should never have been made.
Yeah.
While we drink way too much alcohol and we try to discuss it.
Yeah.
I would say this is probably going to be our most drunkerest episode so far.
Well,
we watched Gotti. Yes?
Yeah, I'm going to get more drunk for Gamergate. This is the most mutually drunk one.
By the time you're hearing the Gamergate episode, we are fucking gone.
I'm gonna be when I breathe out into the air, the room is going to blow like a .04, and you can't get ready for that.
No, a .4.
Yeah, actually though.
No, a 4.0. Nick.
Yeah, a whole fucking 100.
So tonight, we were talking and we were like, hey, the next time we meet up to record, let's throw a disease movie in there. It's always fun to watch some piece of shit.
Yeah.
And we had some trouble finding something. This was almost Holmes and Watson, which came out the same year, by the way, 2018.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, the 2018 was home to Predator.
Yes.
Holmes and Watson.
Yes.
And Gotti.
That's so fucked up.
We almost did Holmes and Watson, but for some reason we were like, hey, let's be a little easy on ourselves. Let's do Gotti. The John Travolta-starring, Kevin Connolly-directed movie from 2018.
Yeah.
We thought, let's watch that. That'll be a fun time. We'll have some cocktails. We'll watch this shitty movie, and then we'll try to understand the plot afterwards. I think 15 minutes in, we were both like, okay, this is going to be the hardest episode we've ever done.
Yes. Immediately, it's very abrasive. You can't really follow a lot of stuff that's going on.
No.
And it looks like shit. I will say this. It's very funny. So this is supposed to take place originally in 1970. And the way that they film, like, the Brooklyn Bridge and, like, other bridges in New York, we're not from New York, so I don't know which bridge it is. Fuck off. They look like modern bridges, and it kind of takes you out of it immediately.
All the footage, this movie is shot in a very modern style.
Yes.
Which is to say, it looks like a fucking Michael Mann movie. You pointed out immediately.
Yes, every time. Okay, so if you haven't seen a Michael Mann movie, Michael Mann is a very big fan of like digital cameras and also like handheld and like very odd like zooms that you don't see in a lot of movies.
Low shutter speed. It looks like a soap opera, kind of.
I was calling it micro zooms because he'll sometimes zoom in just a little bit and still be in focus. And it's one of those things where it's like, okay, this is his style. And it was very jarring because I love Michael Mann. I love Black Hat, which is a movie that kind of looks like this to an extent. Daniel.
Danny's really...
You fucking dickhead.
He just keeps going.
He is Chinese mode right now.
Danny, where are you?
He's by my table. Whatever. Fuck off. We'll keep going on. This movie does look like a Michael Mann movie. Black Hat does look better, and I would have watched Black Hat over this. I think you can agree that we should have.
Yeah, Black Hat is way better than this movie. Okay. Of course.
Thank you, first of all. It does have like a very interesting style, and like every time something happened where we saw like a weird camera movement, we're like, Michael.
So this movie has a few things in common with what's his name? Barry
Goldwater?
Barry who's the fucker that directed the Alto Nights? What's his name?
Oh.
Rain Man? Barry Barry Zuckerkorn.
It's like Irvin. It's a Jewish name, right?
Fuck.
Irwin Winkler.
Barry Sheckelstein.
Yeah. Sure.
I forget his name. Barry Aykroyd? No. Oh, wait. I know what I'm thinking of. Okay, hang on a second, Nick. So Barry Aykroyd. Do you know that name?
Dan Aykroyd's brother?
No.
Okay, I don't know him.
Barry Aykroyd is a cinematographer. He was the cinematographer of the lauded and Caleb Linder favorite, The Hurt Locker.
I like the movie.
And The Zero Dark 30. The Zero Dark 30.
The Zero.
And he filmed The Big Short.
I can see how The Big Short does kind of look like this the way it's shot, yeah?
Yeah, he Barry Aykroyd, and I think he did, I could be wrong, I think he did The Bourne Ultimatum. His style is very like induced documentary, as William Friedkin would call it, before William Friedkin was fucking dead. Which is, you're filming a movie in a style where it's like you block out everything, but then the cinematographer themselves doesn't really know what's going to happen. So you put them in the scene, you say, okay, camera operator, just film this like it's a doc. Just try to capture what's happening, but they don't know what's going to happen. So you naturally kind of induce. This is a style that William Friedkin often used. Michael Mann uses it. This movie appears in that kind of style, that like Dante Spinati, Barry Aykroyd kind of style. Dante Spinati, The Insider, not Collateral. That was actually a different guy, but same kind of style in Collateral. But Michael Mann uses these like digital cameras at a low shutter speed, at a very high ISO, which is film nerd speak for you're going to see something that looks kind of motion blurry. You're going to see something with a lot of like digital noise, like little moving ants across the screen kind of thing.
Danny, stop. We're talking about Michael Mann here. You dickhead. This
movie is a like period piece about the mob.
Yes.
But it looks like Black Hat. It's hard to put your finger on why. You just have to see it to understand if you're not a film person. If you don't know what ISO is, like you just have to watch it to understand. But it's shot in an extremely modern style, where you say this is a style that is reserved for like modern action movies directed by Michael Mann only. But it's a like 1970s period piece Scorsese wannabe biopic of John Gotti.
Yes, if you have ever seen a movie called Collateral, directed by Michael Mann with Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise, this looks exactly like it. And that makes sense because that movie, I think, is 2004, Collateral?
Yes, it is. Good pull.
Fucking yes. Yes, Collateral makes sense because it's in LA in the early 2000s. It's very jarring to see a movie that looks like that take place in 1970s New York.
You can't really even explain why, but just when you just see footage from the movie, like, this is wrong.
Yeah.
Wow, Danny is really mournful right now.
Dude, okay. He's giving birth right now.
He was affected by the disease movie. Danny, this is the most you've yelled in a while.
He's in my bathroom and I'm peeking his head out going,
Danny, we're going to watch the MASH porn parody right after this, I promise.
Oh, fuck.
Danny, right after this, I'm going to drive to McDonald's. I'm going to get us McDonald's. We're going to watch the porn parody before we record our next episode, okay?
That's going to be fun to cut that.
I forget what I was saying.
I love Michael Mann and his style. I think it works very well for stories that take place in the aughts or the 2010s.
Yeah.
It fits very well. It doesn't fit well in a movie from the 1970s. And a lot of the time it's very jarring seeing like the micro zoom, seeing the digital camera, seeing a lot of stuff like that. And I kind of have to wonder, was Gotti like a troubled production?
No.
Really? It was fine? That's crazier than it being a troubled production.
Do you know the name Kevin Connolly?
No.
So, Nick, there was a show in the aughts called Entourage.
I know that show. Danny knows it too.
What the fuck?
Danny knows it too. Sasha Grey's in it.
Entourage?
Yeah, she appears in some episodes.
What?
I swear to God.
I believe you, but what? She's in it?
She is in it.
Playing herself?
Danny. I don't know.
He's attacking the phone.
Daniel, come here. Daniel, is he sitting down?
I don't know. Can't see him.
This is going to be held at it.
It's fine. So Sasha Grey, in this, what are you saying?
No, she's normal in it. She, I think, is like a recurring character, at least in a certain season. She might be part of the cast at a certain point. I remember hearing something that she was like in it for quite a bit. I didn't watch it because it seemed gay.
Damn.
Yeah, I've heard of Entourage, yeah.
She looks, by the way, Sasha Grey.
You know, okay, story time. I had a teacher in either freshman or sophomore year. Look, I don't remember a lot of high school. I was talking to my roommate about this, who is my friend at the time, and he was just like, "You don't remember this?" And I'm like, "No." I don't know if it's like a trauma thing or whatever. I don't remember most of high school.
Really?
Yes, genuinely. I'm not doing a bit here. I'm drunk, but I'm saying the 100% truth. I put my hand on the Bible. I don't remember like most of high school. I had a teacher in either freshman or sophomore year, I think it's freshman, who looked exactly like a porn star.
Whoa.
That I found in the same year. And, you know, obviously like 15-year-old me was like, oh!
Yeah.
You know, I'll say it if you want to be a gooner. Dylan Ryder is the porn star's name.
Dylan Ryder?
Yes.
Okay.
Not related to Will Ryder of the MASH porn parody fame that we just reviewed today.
We're going to Google her later.
Yes, I will show you. Yeah, I had a teacher who looked exactly like her. Speaking of
Damn.
of that, and it was quite the year. I'll say that much.
I had a classmate who looked like Sasha Grey.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah. If you remember this on Discord, we were talking. You, me, all on Discord, and we were talking about like.
Yeah, say their names.
And I sent you.
I remember this vaguely. I don't remember their face, but I do remember this.
Yeah, and you know, it's not like they looked identical. It was more like their mannerisms. Just it was close enough.
Sure.
Where it was like, whoa, that's weird. But anyway, how did we get on Sasha? Oh, Kevin Connolly. Okay, so so Chris. Wait, no, you're not Chris. Hang on.
I'm not him.
Hang on.
I'm your co-host and business partner. You dickhead.
For the record, I've had
a lot of alcohol tonight.
Before the recording of this podcast. So
yeah,
fucking forgive me if I get your name wrong, okay? So listen, Chris. Here's the thing. Kevin Connolly, he was apparently the director of Gotti, this biopic about number one mafia guy in history.
Contention for the last 100 years besides Capone, yes.
If you had to pick one,
yeah,
in terms of like dudes who fucking got the job done,
yes,
it's this guy, right?
Yes.
The director of this film is Kevin Connolly, who is one of the principal cast of Entourage. Not a director, not a film director, an actor in like a douchebag TV show.
Yeah.
Who directed this movie that is a biopic about John Gotti starring John Travolta, Stacy Keach, and a bunch of fucking no-names, including a guy who looks just like Michael Madsen.
Yes.
I don't remember why we picked this. I think we were just kind of looking at like bad movies. We're like, well, we've kind of exhausted the disease movies that came right to mind. Because for me, it was like The Assignment, Dying of the Light, Dog Eat Dog. There was the Paul W.S. Anderson films, of course. And it was like, what else? The Predator. And it's like, what else comes to mind? We talked about Holmes and Watson. We're like, okay, we can't do that. That'd be too evil. Let's just watch Gotti because neither of us had seen it.
And it's a 0% in Rotten Tomatoes, which is rare.
Yes, it is in a rare air of having literally no critic review it positively. And
holy shit.
This is one of the most, like a classmate who made the PowerPoint that morning. This is like the movie version of that.
That's so
almost,
fucked up.
it's unfollowable.
Yes.
The fact that none of the scenes have anything to do with each other. At no point is it clear when you are, where you are. You'll get lower thirds that tell you the year, and it seems to vaguely be in some kind of chronological order, but there's no causality. It's I think we said this before about a different episode, but I don't remember what it was. Where it was like it's like you highlighted every scene and then just hit randomize. Like this movie is told in an insane order. I think in the first 10 minutes, you have like 5 scenes from like 5 different decades.
Yes, a perfect example of a scene is there's something where John Gotti and some other guy are talking about some bullshit that's unrelated, and then you see like a newspaper where a guy's like covering his face, and it's like, oh, Gotti henchman, you know, and died in this thing. And he's covering his face, and then the next scene is like John Gotti being like, why are you fucking covering your face? Is you a fucking rapist or something?
Are you a pedophile?
And in any other movie, like for example, The Irishman or maybe Goodfellas, an actual good mob movie, they would say like, yeah, he saw that one of his henchmen covered his face and he didn't like that because he thought it was disrespectful. That's a setup to this scene. They don't do anything like that. That is the minimum you have to do to make a scene actually make sense. Mm-hmm. And we are fucking like shit-faced right now, and we're making scenes make actual sense more than Gotti does. To these people, we probably made it sober.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably made
Well,
it
they probably
sober.
made it at gunpoint in like some fucking like Burmese prison.
This movie is criminally insane. This movie is so crazy.
Yeah.
So what it's trying, what I think, Nicholas, what they were trying to do is they were saying, we're going to make a movie about John Gotti. It's going to be kind of a Scorsese thing, which people compare almost any biopic that is about a criminal to Scorsese. And that is really just because of the fact that he made Goodfellas and Casino.
Which is like all-timer, like top 10 movies.
Yeah. And at one point we were so fucking bored during this movie that we just paused it and started talking about Goodfellas.
We started talking about like Tommy and like, you know, Jimmy and everything. And we're just like, the movie's so good. We should be watching this right now.
Joe Pesci's goated Oscar-winning performance in Goodfellas, which is, you know, just one of the most fun performances to watch.
Fantastic.
Maybe ever.
Yes.
This movie, I think what they were trying to do is they were saying, let's do a Gotti biopic in the style of Goodfellas, but also in the style of like Collateral.
Yeah, there's like a weird thing where there's just callbacks to like kind of what I will call like modern day John Gotti, where he's talking to some in prison, like, I got fucking cancer in my fucking everything, dude.
So let's just go through it. So the movie starts with drone footage of New York City, modern New York. What is? By the way, every time it shows like New York City's skyline in this movie, it's just 2018 New York, but it's like 1975.
Yes, it has the fucked up lights like, that are like so abrasive now.
Yes, the colorful. If you've been downtown in any major city, you know that there's like colorful, weird lighting anywhere. This is true in Seattle, Miracle Mile, LA, anywhere I've been. You know, I've only been to a few major American cities, but it's true everywhere. It's like everything's kind of colorful and weird and whatever and vibrant. That's not how it fucking looked in 1972, okay?
No.
Every shot, this movie starts with like drone footage of New York, modern day New York, with like colorful Japanese lighting everywhere, but it's like 1973 New York. Cuts to a shot of John Travolta in front of like, I don't even know what that is, the Brooklyn Bridge or something?
One of those, yeah.
And he's staring at it forever. He turns around to face the camera. There's obviously like a flashlight attached to the camera lighting him. And he's like, New York's the greatest fucking city in the world. I grew up as a kid in these fucking, in the boroughs. You know, I had nothing. I had fucking 4 cents to my name. And this is my fucking, he goes, there's only 2 ways out of this life, death or in jail. Yeah. I did both. And it's like, wait, hang on. I had you rewind it. I was like, Nick,
yes, he really did.
I was like, I must have misheard that. Can you please?
My God. This movie instantly starts off with a bang, and you're just like, I'm watching like a movie made by people with Down syndrome. So we genuinely do say like, oh, you know, this movie is like terrible. This is like irredeemable. This is one of those movies that is just like, yeah, this really is just so bad. And I'm kind of in shock at how bad it is. There are some moments that do look good because they're emulating Michael Mann.
This feels so much like this is going to be so like alienating to most people probably listening to this who aren't like Michael Mann fans. But it's like if you watch The Insider, there are many scenes in this movie that look like they're straight out of The Insider or Heat.
Yeah. Watching this the entire time, I drank some really fucked up margaritas. I had some like tequila with like jalapeno in it and some fucked up shit.
Which I'm drinking right now. And I got to say, tastes pretty good.
Yeah.
Got to say, tastes pretty good.
So I was off this for like 2 hours getting fucked up.
So the guy who shot this movie, he was the cinematographer of Ted.
Oh!
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which has some of the best nipples in any movie ever, by the way.
Okay, so we do an episode on that, you saying?
Michelle Monaghan from True Detective.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Great nude scene from her.
Yeah.
Bobby, the Oscar bait biopic about RFK.
What the fuck? I didn't know they existed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And his fourth biggest credit is CSI. So, a bunch of bullshit.
You know what's also another CSI credit? The guy from fucking Manhunter. I forget the actor's name who plays like Will Graham, the main character. He is in CSI.
Never seen CSI, but I can't I should know his name.
It's let me find it for you. Where's my phone?
Justice League.
It's Justice League. What are you talking about?
He's in Justice League, the movie.
Is he really?
Yeah. He plays a criminal at the beginning of the movie. Batman is chasing him down and he says, "You're a bad guy and I'm going to catch you because I'm Batman."
William Peterson. He's the guy who plays Will Graham in Manhunter, which is the prequel to Silence of the Lambs. Red Dragon is a remake of that. He is in CSI.
What are you talking? Mindhunter is a prequel to
Manhunter. Manhunter is Red Dragon.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you said Mindhunter.
No.
I'm drunk. I'm so sorry. I thought you were talking about Mindhunter, the series.
Michael Manhunter.
Manhunter. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Will Graham. Yes. The character from,
Yeah.
Red Dragon.
Manhunter.
The novel Red Dragon, which became the movie Manhunter.
Yes.
Which,
Manhunter is a fucking insanely good movie that everybody hates for some reason.
I prefer the movie Red Dragon, directed by Brett Ratner.
Shut the fuck up. That's insane. Manhunter is way better and more stylish, and it's the same movie.
Better cinematography. The movie Red Dragon is a better movie than Manhunter, though.
I think I'm going to bite my penis off. That's crazy. That's so fucked up, Caleb. I will say that, because what they did is, so Manhunter came out in 1980, whatever. And then Silence of the Lambs came out. Everybody's like, "Yo, this is so good." Silence of the Lambs is very good.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
Of course,
for the record. And then they're like, "Well, we have Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter. We're just going to remake Manhunter because it kind of flopped."
Yeah,
because people thought it was like Enter the Dragon, which did flop as well.
What's the connection there?
Just Dragon.
Really?
Yes. Okay. That's why they didn't call it Red Dragon. They made it Manhunter.
Wow.
I swear to God.
That's crazy.
And they're just like, we'll just remake Manhunter with like, a worse director. Objectively.
One of the worst directors in Hollywood history, Brett Ratner.
Yes. Michael Mann, who does have like a visual style and everything. And there are some things that Red Dragon does do better, I will admit. But Manhunter overall is a better movie, better score, better looking scenes, and Caleb took his penis out and started shaking it around. No,
Manhunter. To be fair, I've seen both movies. Mm-hmm. Manhunter better cinematography.
Yes.
It looks gorgeous.
It does.
It's a movie that looks so good. You're like, it doesn't deserve to look this good for what a like probably cheap production it was. Bill Peterson. What? Why are you making the Grinch face at me?
That's crazy. Manhunter.
That's crazy.
Manhunter to me is at least like for what you're saying. It's like it doesn't deserve to look this good. For budget.
I'm saying no, Nick, I'm complimenting you. I'm saying Manhunter looks amazing for how probably cheap it was.
Okay, I thought you were taking a dig at it.
No, Manhunter looks amazing for the fact that it was probably like a budget write-off. But the problem with it is it's just kind of like, it's just lacking like an urgency that it needs. It's very kind of, it's kind of cold. Whereas Red Dragon, which is the same story, just remade with Anthony Hopkins post Silence of the Lambs, it's a more generic movie. It's a more like popcorn kind of in one ear out the other, but it's a movie that more people could enjoy because it's a more normal movie, I guess you could say.
Manhunter takes more risks.
Yeah. Manhunter is like a movie made by a real director. Red Dragon is like a Marvel movie for Silence of the Lambs. But personally, I'd rather watch Red Dragon because I find it more entertaining. You know, I recognize Manhunter has better stuff in it. Like Bill Peterson as Will Graham, better than Edward Norton as Will Graham, you know. But outside of those two things, it's kind of like whatever. Like, I mean, casting Logan Roy as fucking Hannibal Lecter is like stupid.
Who the fuck is Logan Roy?
Brian Cox's character.
Oh, okay. I know who Brian Cox. I've never watched Succession because it looked gay, but
fuck you. Succession is like one of the best shows ever made.
That's what normies say. Brian Cox is here's the thing. Brian Cox. I don't know if you know this. Brian Cox and Anthony Hopkins have like a fucking like handshake deal where like we're not going to talk about like each other's roles if anyone asks us about it. They actually do. I'm not kidding.
Why?
Because they. I think Brian Cox is very good as Hannibal Lecter. I also think Anthony Hopkins is also very good. And it is really up to like personal preference of like who you think is like they're both very good.
One of them is objectively
one
way
of them
better.
did win more awards for it because of just the circumstance.
What? No way.
It really is.
Dude, Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter is one of the best performances that's ever been done. It's really
okay.
What are you talking about?
Caleb, don't misinterpret me. Anthony Hopkins is very good. Brian Cox has less to do because it was Red Dragon and not Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, of course.
But he's also very good for what he has to do. The scene where in Manhunter that he like fucks up the phone and he's like, I'm looking for Will Graham. It's like, you're the secretary.
Yeah.
That scene is fantastic.
I'm not shitting on him.
Yeah.
I'm just, the fact that you say it's up to personal taste, to me, it's like, dude, okay. Like, one of them is like one of the best performances ever. One of them is like, you're doing a good job in a movie.
And what I'm saying is, between the actual actors, they have a handshake deal where they're just like, we both did very well. We will not comment on it comparing us to each other because we're both really good and actual good actors outside of these movies.
And the one whose idea was to be a handshake deal was definitely Brian Cox because he's the lesser actor of the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Brian Cox, I love. Okay, Nick, I love Brian Cox. I will love him forever. He's great. He's not Anthony Hopkins. Can we admit that? He's not in the same tier. Nick, come on.
Brian Cox is a very good actor.
Yeah. And Anthony Hopkins is one of the best actors of all time.
I don't feel the need to like put them on like top of each other because they're both fantastic British actors. I don't feel the need to combine or like basically compare and contrast them because they're first of all they're acting in different. Well, I guess that's not true because Anthony Hopkins did eventually do Red Dragon and that's the same script. But for their actual, like, you know, best performances, you know, Brian Cox in Manhunter and Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs, they're, I mean, honestly, like I said, I will maintain it's up to personal preference, but they're both fantastic.
You know, to be fair to Brian Cox, Hopkins has an home field advantage here, which is the fact that he's a fucking autistic weirdo. So it's like his Lecter is automatically going to be cooler because he's just like a weird human who can't relate to other people.
Yeah.
You know? And that Silence of the Lambs is one of the best movies ever made.
It is a very great movie.
And that his performance in it is one of the best performances ever done, and that Brian Cox has never touched that. But Brian Cox is a very good actor in his own regard. He's a Scot, right?
I don't remember.
I think he is. I think he's a Scotsman. Yeah. And, you know, Scotsmen, they have a chip on their shoulder. They're not as good as the Brits, like Hopkins. Actually, no, wait. Hopkins, he might be Welsh, actually. I really don't know what I'm saying right now.
You're
but
racist.
Hopkins is better, objectively, in every way, than Brian Cox. But I do love Brian Cox, and I've watched every episode of his show, which you haven't even started because you're a gay conservatard, and you think this Succession is going to be about how Fox News is bad or something. Even though
Never said that. You're projecting.
No, it's because you think that, and I can read your mind. And Succession is one of the best shows ever made in terms of its acting at the very least, and Brian Cox is amazing in it, so I suck his penis. But this episode is about Gotti, and we have been avoiding talking about it for the last 20 minutes.
That is true. I'm looking at our timer right now. We're like 33 minutes in our recording, and we have talked about Gotti like it's a minuscule amount. We started talking about actual good movies.
How did we even get on Hopkins and Michael Mann. Michael Mann.
And Dante Spin. Yeah.
Yeah, the visual style. So Gotti, to its credit, the one thing that you have going for you is that if you're a Michael Mann fan, when you watch Gotti, you will kind of feel like you're watching Michael Mann on a bad day.
I did, yes.
Which watching Michael Mann on a bad day is better than most filmmakers on their good days. Because he is, he's a legend.
He's talented, yes.
Yeah. The main problem with Gotti, outside of the fact that it's unfollowable because of its structure, forgetting that, the main problem with Gotti is that there's almost no unification. So I was going to talk about this later, but we might as well get into it. So this movie is written by Lem Dobbs.
Tell me about it.
Which is not his real name. I think Dobbs is the character that Humphrey Bogart is playing in Treasure of the Sierra Madre.
Okay.
And Lem, I don't remember where he got that from, but Lem Dobbs is a pretentious fucking hack screenwriter. Lem, fuck you, you and he thinks of himself as this fucking genius. Lem, you're a and I hope you hear this, you He thinks he's like this brilliant guy. He's written like 2 movies that are not complete bullshit. And by the way, if Steven Soderbergh had never been born, Lem, you'd be a fucking no name, which is what you are anyway, because you wrote fucking Gotti. You His name shows up early in the credits. So a little bit of context, Nick. The writer of this movie is a pretentious who his credits are Kafka, a shitty movie about Franz Kafka. Is that his name? Hans Kafka? Yeah, Franz Kafka. Okay, yeah. Thank you. It's like a shitty meta movie starring Jeremy Irons about like Kafka inventing his idea for the metamorphosis, which is like bullshit. He wrote a movie called The Limey, which Soderbergh directed. He also directed Kafka.
I've heard that movie, The Limey.
But he directed The Limey, which is like decent movie. He wrote a screenplay called Edward Ford, which is like this speculative, like LA, like I was in the film industry back in the day and I could have been an actor, but I never really amounted to much. Like it's like an original, like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood kind of thing of like the guy who's on the outs kind of story. It's a fucking it's one of these like legendary unmade screenplays. It's fucking bad. It's fucking terrible, Lem. Go. He somehow had this Hollywood career where he's only written fucking bad movies. Steven Soderbergh has directed 3 movies written by Lem Dobbs: Kafka, The Limey, and a movie called Haywire. The only one that's good is The Limey, which is only good because Steven Soderbergh fucking ignored most of the screenplay and re-edited the movie in his own style. And the commentary track for The Limey, by the way, is Lem Dobbs and Steven Soderbergh, where Lem Dobbs spends most of the commentary track complaining about how the fucking movie is laid out. And Soderbergh being like, well, actually, I made it better, you fucking so shut the fuck up. So Lem Dobbs doesn't really work very often because he's such an insufferable and his last credit at the moment is Gotti.
It's terrible. A lot of the dialogue doesn't really match up the stuff that's going to happen next or stuff that happened before. It seems like a ton of like Family Guy non sequiturs that is just like strung together. Like there are certain scenes where it's just like it will show like 1983. And then John Travolta will be like, oh my God, I'm a fucking John Gotti. What the fuck? And then it's like 1984. It's like, what was that? The point of that? It's so messed up. It
goes from 1973 to 1983.
It does!
In like 15 minutes.
It misses 7 years. It just jumps it. And it's like, this is one of the most important mobsters in all of American history. Of all time in any country. And they miss 7 like formative years.
Yeah.
For a guy who changed like the New York crime scene.
The man who was the like pretty much sole inspiration for most of the mob stories you've ever seen. The man whose life inspired major plot threads in The Sopranos.
Yeah, in The Five Families, yes.
This is his biopic, and it brushes over most of his life in like 15 minutes. Where it's like, there's a scene at one point. It just cuts to like a newspaper clipping that's like, Gambino crime family indicted for crime. And then it cuts to John Travolta in a parking lot, and he's pointing at like some Stavros Halkias, fucking looking like fat. And he's like, what are you, a pedophile? Were you charged with rape? Then why the fuck are you covering your face? Never do that fucking again or I'll fucking bury you, you cocksucker. Cut to 1985. It's just like 1 year after another, one boner after another, just 1 year after another, just like nonsense. It skips over most of his life.
It really, okay, here's the thing. I don't really remember where we are in the story because everything just kind of jumps over.
Oh my God.
It doesn't really follow like a Goodfellas type thing of like a rise and a fall.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, it kind of does in the sense that eventually he dies, a rise and fall. That's what I mean by it kind of does. It's not as good as Goodfellas.
Yeah.
It's not as good as The Irishman or Donnie Brasco or any other mob movie that you can
Literally
think of.
any mob story you've ever seen.
It really is just like odd vignettes. And I can't remember where we are because I'm very drunk right now. And also, the movie is structured in a way where it's just like, yeah, I'm John Gotti. I fucking went on trial and they found me not guilty. And it's like because he did witness tampering in real life. And then he does it like 3 times, and eventually like, yeah, they got me for fucking all these crimes and stuff. And he's like, and then I died of cancer. Fuck. That's really how the movie ends.
There's no point. There's no point in the movie where we're ever clear where we were, because it'll go from a scene where Gotti is like, it's like the 70s. It seems, and John Travolta has like jet black hair for some reason, looking 98 years young.
Yeah.
And he has like kids who are like 2 years old. Next scene, he looks like fucking the Crypt Keeper.
Yes.
He looks 95 and he's like balding and he's talking about how like they took my tit and they made a neck out of it because I got fucking cancer in my mouth, throat, tongue, balls, and ass.
Yeah, he goes, they took my tit and they put it on my face. What the fuck? It's
Like, wait, what? What is happening? And he's talking to his son who looks 22 years old. Then it's a scene of his same 22-year-old son, but he has like jet black hair with like a little bit of gray. And he's like, oh, we got to go kill the fucking on the street. We got to go get some guns and fucking take out this fucking fanuc. And then the next scene is that he has like full gray hair. And it's like he's the head of the Gambino family. But then the next scene is that he has jet black hair and it's like 1974. And at no point can you understand what the fuck is happening. I think it starts with like 4 different timelines.
Yeah.
And then after like 20 minutes, it becomes 2.
Yes.
Which is, it kind of becomes chronological. And then every now and then you're jumping forward in time to when he's the Crypt Keeper talking to his still 24-year-old son, who I guess is supposed to be like 35 at this point or something, married with children, who's like, I can get out if my kids are old enough. And you're like, get out for what? What's happening? From what you learn in this movie, you would think that he's a man who kind of like sat around in his house and then in 1986 ordered a hit on somebody and then became the leader of a family and then went to jail probably 1 or 2 years later.
I genuinely did not learn any new information that I had learned from like cursory knowledge of just like, New York Italian crime families. The only thing I knew beforehand is that his son died because the neighbor hit him with a car and that he had the neighbor killed. That is a scene in the movie, and it is like, shown because it is a very important part of his life. Genuinely your child dying, of course, obviously is traumatic. Everything else is like, I haven't retained any of the information because it feels like not important. They portray every major beat in this movie that it's just something that happened and then they move on. Like in a lot of movies, if something important happens, they spend a lot of time on it.
Yeah.
And it's hard to explain to somebody who doesn't like really understand what I'm talking about. But everything that happens here that is important is really just like, okay, I just got fucking like charged with like 30 years in prison. And it's like, that should be a more important thing, I think.
And it's jumping back and forth. He's like in prison, then he's not in prison, then he's in prison, then he's doing hits. He's on work release like Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, the funniest thing is that he's just like, yeah, I was on work release. I had some people, I greased some palms. And he goes on work release to a fucking motel and like mag dumps somebody in a motel room. And you're like, who is this? And then he goes back to prison, signs back, and he's like, hey, what are you going to do? And it's like, who was that?
And who was that? When are you in prison? Why are you in prison? Which prison sentence was it?
Yes.
When were you out?
Yes.
He's in, he's out. We have no idea. I want you to picture, listener at home, I want you to picture something for me, okay? And I want you to picture 7 or 8 little dots, okay? And these little dots are moments in someone's life. And I want you to number them 1 through 7, okay? Now I want you to imagine that you have a random number generator. And that you randomly generate 1 through 7 like 1,000,000 times. And that each of those number generators You're going to spend about 30 seconds on each of them before you go to the next one. So you're going 1, 7, 3, 5, 6, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 6, 7, 9, 7, 7, 7, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is what this movie is. It is fucking insanely unfollowable.
It is
insane.
It is narrative schizophrenia. I mean, Caleb is not describing it in a poor way. Everything we were watching, we're like, wait, why did he do that? Who is that? Why did he say that? Because eventually it does go into pretty much a narrative form where it's like it is going chronologically.
Yeah.
But it's mentioning people that we haven't cared about in like 30 minutes and they're not building up to. And we're like, who is that? Who is this guy that's getting shot in the head right now?
Okay. We are not dumb movie watchers. We are more lost than we've ever been.
Yes.
To the point where there were scenes that happened where somebody's saying, this will be bad for you. We want to avoid this. We got to kill this guy. We got to do this. We got to get back at this person for this thing. And we were both screaming at the TV going, why? Who?
Yes.
Why? Who
is this?
Who are you killing? Wait, what did they do? What? This is the first time we've watched a disease movie and had to rewind it
multiple times.
How many times did we rewind the scenes in this movie where it's like, wait,
yes.
Hang on. I need to hear that again. What happened?
We rewound stuff like more than twice.
Way more than twice.
It is crazy.
It's the most unfun. I defy you to watch this movie and understand it.
Yes.
It's insane.
Yes. I remember I made a drink and said, Caleb just looked at me and was like, wait. What? Wait, hold on. Go back a second. Why did he do that? And then like I'd play it and you go, wait, hold on. Go back more. Because it really is unfollowable. I mean, here's the thing. Most of the time when we review a movie, we kind of go through the beats and we go through everything of like why it's bad, the stuff that's good and everything. Mm. I genuinely cannot remember like a ton of this movie.
Yeah.
It might be the first movie where it's like it's kind of vibes with a review because it's like, I guess I didn't like it.
At no point do you feel like you understand his character. At no point do you feel like you understand who any of them are. There was a scene in the movie where his son is getting married, and we were like, wait, what?
Yes. So his son at a random block party when John Gotti gets out of prison is just like, hey, I have you looking pretty good, mama. He's like, I'm 16. And he's like, oh, I remember you from growing up. Randomly, like 10 years later, they're just getting married. And you're like, well,
no scenes in between.
No scenes in between. I'm just like, okay, here's some character development. Here's him, doing something that shows anything interesting. It's just like meeting, nothing, and then married. This movie really has a problem with anything in between. You see the beginning and the end. You see the alpha and the omega.
Yeah.
Nothing in between. Nothing interim. And it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Like you'll see the start of a problem and then you'll see a guy get executed. And you're like, okay, well, I'd like to see how that was impacting you. Yeah. I'd like to see how somebody's actions changed the story. Mm-hmm. But you don't. And that's everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's highlights.
It's rising action, falling action.
Mm-hmm. No glue. No. Yeah. Martin Scorsese, who any listener of the Older Brothers podcast is probably tired of hearing about at this point. Mm-hmm. He really did invent something with that movie. Mm-hmm. A new style of storytelling, of kind of creating a whole movie. Like, what if the entire movie was one long montage? Not just because of the frequent voiceover and the rapid editing, the sharp editing, but the fact that it's kind of just like one like anecdote after another that in and of itself doesn't really build up to much. Like it's not really much of a cause and effect kind of story of like building up to the big thing. It's kind of just like, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. But it's done with such a like charismatic energy and such like, and you just feel like these people. There's just some kind of magic in the perfect way it's laid out that it just makes sense. And it's really intoxicating to watch. Mm-hmm. And people like Kevin Connolly, I presume, think that they can recreate it by like, oh yeah, I'll just have a bunch of random shit. I'll put in some voiceover and it'll be like Goodfellas. We were clocking the music. So we have, just like Scorsese movies, we have some pop music, but not pop music that makes sense for the time.
Yeah.
We have Smoke on the Water
Yes.
We have Heart of Glass.
That's right.
We have Barracuda, was it?
I believe so.
We have... There was some other shit that you clocked.
I will say this. I know Pitbull made music for this.
What? Original for this movie?
The intro, when you hear like this weird like kind of club music, that's Pitbull, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. Fireball. Yeah, so Caleb is getting tased right now visually, it looks like. He's shaking from side to side.
Okay.
Pitbull did make music for this. Somehow they paid him enough money to do it. And honestly, if somebody paid me like $2 million to make some fucking dog shit music for this, well, it's not dog shit. This movie is dog shit.
It was more like 5,000 probably.
Yeah, it's somebody paid me. I'd do this for 5,000. Yeah. Damn.
Fuck. Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, Caleb, how much can we say about this, honestly, that we can remember? I mean,
dude.
I don't remember where we stopped talking, because everything is basically just like, yeah, I want to be fucking the boss of the Gambino family. And then some guy fucking dies. And he's like, yeah, I'm fucking boss of the Gambino family. I killed this guy.
Yeah.
And it's really nothing. It's not very, it's not gripping. You're not involved in Gotti's plot to take over the Gambino family and kill John Leguizamo. What's his fucking name? The guy who's the leader of the Gambino family?
Paul...
yeah, it is Paul. It's Paul Atreides, I think.
Yeah. Gambino. This movie botches one of the most like easy layups maybe ever. So you're telling the story of John Gotti, a man who, if you don't really know much about him, he was a captain in the Gambino family, one of the 5 families, who maybe most famously, more famous than anything else, killed the leader of his own family in a clandestine way to assume control of his own family, which is a thing that I don't know if many other people have ever even attempted that, let alone pulling it off. But it was a thing that was like, holy shit. That is not something you do in the fucking Cosa Nostra. That is very much against the code.
Yes.
But he pulled it off, and then he was the leader of the Gambino crime family, which was, I guess Michael Frianesi, whatever that name is, could write in and tell us if I'm wrong about this, but probably the most notable, I guess, of the 5 families. And John Gotti then led this family 15 maybe years or so before he was incarcerated. And this movie is like a slideshow of his life, which the hit in which he assumes control of his family is like 1.5 minutes of this movie. The following assumption of control is like another 90 seconds of this movie. And then he's in fucking prison looking like the fucking crypt keeper.
He looks so bald.
This would be like making an Abraham Lincoln biopic where him ending slavery and getting shot in the head was maybe 2.5 minutes of the entire movie. It's like, wait a second. Why are you making a movie of this man if you're going to take all of the notable things about him and make it like 2% of your film?
It should be a big part of the movie. It shouldn't just be a thing of just like, that's it.
And the movie's like, yeah, there's this fucker Paul, and he's running the Gambino family. I don't like that. Let's shoot him. And there's like a scene where they shoot him real quick. And he's like, all right, now I'm the leader of the family. And it's like, wait, what?
It's so huge, and they brush over it. Yeah, I've seen so many mob movies that talk about this, and I mean, we watched Alto Nights recently.
Yeah,
that has Joey the Chin Galante, and there's a scene in here with the Chin, and it's so funny to see how these movies like compare and like how they basically just like don't do anything with this character. Yeah. This and Alto Nights is a what would you call it? Like a
companion piece,
or like when you watch 2 movies back to back. Yeah, those 2 are just like mob movies that like you show what you shouldn't do in a mob movie, but they are related.
And they're bad in very different ways. Where Alto Nights looks like a real movie, but the content is just so fucked. Whereas Gotti looks like a diseased movie shot on a shoestring budget. When they mention the Chin, they mention him by name, not the Chin. They call him by his name,
Joey Galante.
Yeah, and you were like, wait, is that the Chin? And then they show this dude in a bathrobe walking with like his arm against his breast, like the fucking Trump mocking the guy with the gimp arm.
For the record, he is pretending to be to get a lesser sentence.
Yes. And you're like, wait, is that the chin? And I was like, wait. And then fucking the lower thirds in this movie. Remember in The Irishman, where every now and then it would freeze frame on somebody and zoom in on them.
And what's her name? And it'd be like, Mickey the Rat, Bombiero, like shot 3 times in the head outside his house. Yeah.
They didn't even know how they died. This movie does that without the freeze framing, but it'll just have a lower third of a character's name, and it only introduces like certain people.
Yeah, it's very bizarre because it's like in The Irishman, they introduce people who are kind of important to the plot, except like 1 or 2 guys who are just like there's a famous thing of just like one guy. It's just like Jimmy whatever. It's like loved by everybody. Died of breast cancer at like age 88 or something like that. Like that is the one thing where it's like okay, that's the one guy that was like not related. Everybody else had been shot, murdered, all this stuff. This one is just like, if this is his name, it's really funny because they'll be like, yo, your name is like, Mikey Babante. And it's just like name below the lower third, Mikey the penis Babante. And it's like, well, I've seen his name. You don't need to do it right now. You've already introduced him. You don't need to say he's Mikey the penis.
There'll be a scene where Travolta's like, who is that? Sammy the Bull? Then it'll cut to a shot of Sammy the Bull and it'll say in the lower third, Sammy, quote unquote, the Bull.
I get it.
And you're like, oh, thank you.
I would have guessed. I thought he was lying. Yeah. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean,
to put a positive note on this, John Travolta, for what it's worth, is not the worst part of this movie.
He really is not, honestly. When you think about it, this movie is like 0% Rotten Tomatoes, and everybody's just like, I think John Travolta probably got nominated for a Razzie. I don't know if he won, but...
Don't know. Oh, he didn't. You know what? He lost to fucking Holmes and Watson. That was the big winner that year. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, John Travolta is trying, I guess. He's trying. He's giving like a decent performance. I never thought that it was John Travolta that was bringing a scene down. I thought it was the script.
Yeah, it's silly. Yeah, but he's honestly he's doing okay. It's not great, but it's not that different. Like, do you remember his character? He played the Hollywood lawyer in the OJ show. Something Shapiro, I think. Greg Shapiro, maybe?
Ben Shapiro. Yeah, I know who you're saying. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, Shapiro, the guy, yeah. His performance in that show is not that much better than this. Like, he's doing what he can. I mean, he doesn't look anything like Gotti. He doesn't sound anything like Gotti.
It's funny, Caleb. What you're saying right now is very brave to say. I actually agree with you. All of my qualms with this movie doesn't really fall on like John Travolta doing anything like excessively bad compared to the script. Yeah. There are some times where he says something where I'm just like, this is fucked up. I don't think it was John Travolta's acting, like, in Battlefield Earth or, some other shit. I really do think the script is the number one thing where it's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
So, John Travolta, I think you kind of got a bad rap for this. I don't think you're overall a bad actor, but I agree with you, Caleb. This is a brave take. This is a brave take that you and I have. John Travolta is not dog shit in this.
No. Listen, if you cast John Travolta as John Gotti, he's doing what he can
with this awful script.
He's giving a pretty fine performance in one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
The movie is inexcusable. John Travolta is trying to make it good.
Yeah.
I actually wonder if John Travolta saw the script and he's like, okay, I'm going to try my hardest to do something here that will save it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't succeed, but he is trying, which I can commend him for.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, this movie might be the worst mob movie. It is, it's not might. It is the worst mob movie I've ever seen.
Agreed.
I can't think of anything worse.
That I've seen, at least.
Yeah.
You know what he did, actually? You know what Travolta's next movie was?
What?
The Fanatic.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yes, that's right. The Fred Durst joint. That's crazy. Oh my god. If you guys haven't seen The Fanatic, that movie is actually insane. Fred Durst either directed it or like produced it or something like that.
He wrote and directed The Fanatic starring John Travolta. And hot take, John Travolta is
Kind of giving a decent performance.
for what he's asked to do in that movie as well.
Make your case, okay?
He's not the worst aspect of either of these films. He is John Travolta, bless his heart. You know, he is a Scientologist. He's a but he's on that same spectrum as Cage, where it's like you're better than your credits.
You can give a great performance.
You have the ability. You just almost never are in a good movie. He's just in like Z tier movies most of the time. Like
somehow.
I think he is genuinely a pretty okay actor.
Mm-hmm.
But something happened, man. And unlike Cage, Travolta has no reason he should be in this level of dog shit. Like he doesn't have like tax fraud he has to make up for. Like
I guess he paid for his what do you call it? His what do Scientologists do where they like read your aura or something and they charge you like $10,000
auditing or something.
Auditing, yes, it's auditing. It was auditing fucking like debt that he has to pay. You know what's weird? I think that if Cage can have like a long legs, you know, pig type like renaissance where everybody sees that he actually is capable of doing real dramatic roles that aren't just like that Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff that he did. I feel like Travolta it is possible that in the future, maybe this year or next year, he is in a movie that actually shows his talents and people go, oh, that was really good.
Yeah.
And he gets some credit for his acting performance. I like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction. I liked him in Saturday Night Fever. You know,
just named his two best roles, his two Oscar-nominated roles.
It's, you know, he can give a good performance.
Get Shorty.
Get Shorty, yeah, that's
pretty good.
A lot of people like it.
Civil Action, he's good.
Okay.
Primary Colors, he plays Bill Clinton, pretty good.
Okay.
You know? He's a good actor. He's like Nicolas Cage. We have at least 5. We can scientifically argue that he is a good actor.
He can give a good performance. So what we need, Travolta, we need you to lock in. We need you to work with like some actual director who has a vision and wants you to do a crazy performance. We need you to work with. Work with Harmony Korine. Work on some crazy like art house movie, and we need you to lock in like It's the Wrestler or something like that. We need you to deliver the performance of your life, and we need to get you back in the spotlight, and you need to fucking stop doing dog shit.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't be doing Gotti.
No,
this is way beneath you.
Way beneath you.
You do have some talent.
Yeah.
You need somebody to basically whip you like a slave and like, you know, put you into order that you can do something.
Even you might laugh. He's okay in Wild Hogs. He's honestly the best part of that. And that's like one of the worst movies ever made. You know. Yeah. He's there's that movie with him and Robin Williams with like penguins or something. Zoo Trip or I don't know.
I don't know. Fuck. What the fuck, Mr.
John, we love you. We want you to do well. John, we need you to have another comeback like you did in Pulp Fiction and then squandered it all.
We don't want actors or actresses to have bad performances here.
Yeah.
We want everybody to be good at a certain... Imagine if everybody gave a good performance... then the baseline would just be mediocre instead of dog shit. That's what I want the world to be. I want everybody to be delivering something that is at least palatable.
Yeah.
And that's what I want you to do, John. And I know you can do it, but I feel like your talents are being wasted in certain movies. I feel like people aren't using you well.
We forgive you for being gay. We forgive you. John, we forgive you. You can cruise for dudes at gyms at 2 a.m. We will not hold it against you, John.
Yeah.
You can suck on penis. It's okay.
You can go full penis. Yeah.
You're still a real man.
If you're topping it. Oh, yeah. I forgot. Okay, is this what you're referencing? He took like a photo with a guy at a gym. And he was just like, this guy.
Not just one photo.
Some guy was like, yeah, this guy came up to me and wanted to take a photo. And I was like, okay, whatever. And it turns out it was John Travolta. And it's like, he was just like, yeah, what's up?
John Travolta is, You know, more than likely a DL brother.
Oh, like De Niro.
There's a lot of instances of him at gyms or other places late at night becoming very friendly with the male staff. And John, it's okay. Mm-hmm. You're a really good dancer, you know. We understand, John. We understand that you play for the other team. It's okay.
It's fine. It's 2025.
You can be in real movies still.
Yeah.
John, despite what you might think, you can still be in a good movie. You don't have to wait over 20 years to do something worthwhile. You know? I mean, fucking A. I don't think he's been in anything good since 1998.
Yeah.
That was Primary Colors and Civil Action. I don't think he's done anything good since 1998. He was good in the OJ show. Mm-hmm. But film-wise, I don't think he's in a good movie since the year of my fucking birth.
The entire time we've been alive. That's disappointing. We want everyone to succeed. We genuinely don't want to see pain in the world.
No.
John, come on the pod.
John Gotti, come on the pod.
John Gotti's ghost, come on the pod. We'll exercise you. I want to go to McDonald's. I think. So we're going to end it here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to us ramble drunkenly about Gotti. We kind of talked about the plot. We didn't really talk about the end, and who cares about this shit?
How can you be expected to even break this movie?
Yes, it's bad. You shouldn't watch it. It's 0% for a reason. It's unfollowable. It will give you a disease. It will give you gay AIDS. Go to Your Older Brothers podcast on Instagram and TikTok. On Twitter, we are Your Older Brothers. You are Older Brothers. Email us at yourolderbrothers@gmail.com if you want to tell us your opinions on Gotti and what other mob movies are fucking terrible. And if you want to send this to your friends or subscribe, we are patreon.com/yourolderbrothers. You get 4 extra episodes a month for only $5.
Please share us with your friends and family. Anyone you know who might be a fan. If you like this, please share it. It helps us grow. Mm-hmm. It helps us reach a wider audience. It helps us pay our bills.
It does.
We appreciate every dollar. But yes. There can always be more dollars because here's the thing. It's not cheap to host a podcast. Okay. We're still in the red.
Okay. Well, technically, yes. But the money that we did make did pay for the porn review episode that I just did.
Perfect.
The 2-parter. That did pay for my end, I guess. But so you are going towards art. You are a patron. You are an actual patron of the arts. Like you're giving money to Mozart or Da Vinci.
Went straight to adult DVD empire.
I did jerk my penis to that because of you, the viewer. So please.
We love you.
We love
lovely
you.
Listeners. You lovely little brothers out there. Thank you so much.
Little brothers and sisters and little they thems.
You won't hear anyone like us even if you live to 1,000 years old. Gotta watch Gotti to understand that.